Are you struggling to reach the higher divisions in eFootball? Are you stuck in Division 5, 4, 3 or even 2, missing out on the rewards that only unlock when you reach the top divisions? If that's the case, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to share 3 simple but highly effective secret tips that can help you reach Division 1 much more easily. Because I've managed to reach Division 1 consistently as a free-to-play player using low-rated and bad teams, and trust me, it has nothing to do with how much money you spend. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 biggest secrets that help me do it. And the best part is that you don't need fancy skills, complicated tricks, or expensive epic cards to make these tips work. So if you're serious about climbing the divisions and improving your results, make sure you watch until the end, because the last tip is the most important. Without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1. Build your team properly by doing the following. 1. Use the right formation for your playstyle. One of the biggest mistakes I see players make is using formations they don't actually understand. They'll see a top-ranked player using 4-2-1-3 and immediately switch to it. Then 2 days later, they'll see another creator using 4-1-2-3 and switch again. The truth is, there is no magical formation that guarantees Division 1. The best formation is the one that complements how you play. If you love quick transitions and vertical attacks, quick counter formations may suit you better. If you prefer controlling possession and patiently building attacks, then a possession setup might be more effective. Don't force yourself into a style that feels unnatural just because everyone else is doing it. The more comfortable you are with your formation, the better your decision-making becomes during matches. Now, the question is, how do you know which formation is best for you? This is a question that so many players ask, and honestly, there's only one real answer. Try different formations and see what works for you. Don't just copy a formation because someone says it's the best. Test different setups, play a few matches with each one, and pay attention to how comfortable you feel while using them. The formation that suits your style of play and feels natural to you is usually the one you should stick with. Of course, there are meta formations that are popular for a reason. They're effective, balanced, and most players tend to feel comfortable using them. So if you try a meta formation and it works well for you, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with using it. At the end of the day, the best formation is the one that helps you play your best football and get the best results. 2. Choose a manager whose playstyle suits you. Your manager isn't just there for chemistry. He determines how your team behaves. Do your players make aggressive forward runs? Do they sit deep? Do they press high up the pitch? These things are influenced by your manager's playstyle. If you're naturally an attacking player, using a defensive setup might make your team feel sluggish. Likewise, if you're someone who likes structure and defensive stability, an ultra-aggressive manager could leave you exposed. Find the manager that matches your football identity. Because once your team moves the way you expect them to move, everything becomes easier. 3. Set effective individual instructions. Individual instructions are one of the most overlooked features in eFootball. Small adjustments can completely transform your team. Maybe your fullbacks keep getting caught out of position. Put them on defensive. Maybe your DMF keeps pushing too high. Use anchoring. Maybe you have a striker who is excellent at holding up play. Use counter targets so he conserves energy and remains available during transitions. 4. Don't copy formations blindly. Just because something works for a pro player doesn't mean it'll work for you. Their style, experience, and player profiles are different. Instead of blindly copying, understand why a setup works. Ask yourself, why does this formation create chances? Why are these instructions being used? Once you understand the reasoning behind a setup, you'll be able to adapt it to suit your own strengths. Tip number 2, master the fundamentals. Firstly, learn how to defend properly. Now this part is very important because, personally, I think defending well is the key to Division 1. In this video, I'll be giving you a few tips on how to defend better. But it's better you watch other full videos dedicated to that, as they'll go deeper into defending tutorials. The first rule is stop dragging your centre-backs out of position by spamming pressure everywhere. Because once you pull them out of shape, gaps appear in your defense. Good opponents punish those mistakes immediately. So instead, use matchup, cut passing lanes, and also control your defensive structure. Just doing this only will boost your defensive game by 30%, but it's easier said than done. Rule number 2, be patient. Defending isn't about winning the ball immediately. Some players usually rush with their CB towards the opponent and get cooked. Sometimes you have to delay, bring your midfielders in, and solidify your defensive line until your opponent makes a mistake. Then, You cook them. The calmer you become defensively, the harder you are to break down. 2. Learn how to use pass and move. If you're not using pass and move, you're making your attack much easier to defend. Pass and move allows the player who made the pass to continue his run. Instead of standing still after passing, your players actively participate in the next phase of the attack. Suddenly, you're creating 1-2s and opening spaces naturally. It takes practice at first, but once you master it, your attacking play becomes significantly more dangerous. 3. Practice free kicks and corner kicks. Most people ignore set pieces until they lose an important match because of one. Free kicks and corners can decide close games. Spend a few minutes learning one reliable free kick technique. Understand how much power works best from different angles. For corners, identify your strongest aerial threats. Know whether near post deliveries or back post deliveries work better for your squad. These situations don't happen often, but when they do, being prepared gives you an advantage. 4. Use in-match roles effectively. This is another detail many players overlook. Your penalty taker should actually be your best penalty taker. Your free kick specialist should take free kicks. Your captain should ideally have strong leadership attributes. These small decisions improve consistency. Over an entire phase, small advantages become huge differences. Remember, Division 1 isn't about flashy skills, it's about mastering the basics that most players ignore. Tip number 3, win the mental battle. Now wait! Some people here are confused in their minds, wondering how this is even a thing. Some are planning to skip this part of the video for the next part. But wait, this is actually the most important part of this video, and if you've stayed till this time, congratulations, and also subscribe as we're still trying to grow. So, the question is, does your mental state affect your gameplay? The answer is yes, it does. You lose a match. You feel cheated. You say to yourself, I should have won that. You concede in the 90th minute and you immediately queue into another game. You lose again the same way. Now you're angry. Your decision making gets worse. You rush attacks. You force passes. You defend recklessly. And now 1 loss becomes 3. 3 becomes 5. You can't reach Division 1 after so much grind. But don't worry, in this video I will give you tips that will help you overcome this problem easily. Tip number 1. Don't play when you're tilted or angry. Want to know the fastest way to lose in eFootball? Play while you're angry. The moment you get frustrated, you start forcing passes, rushing attacks, and dragging defenders out of position. You're no longer playing smart, you're playing emotionally. Here's a simple trick. After conceding a goal, take a deep breath and ask yourself one question. What's the safest next play? Don't get angry, don't get frustrated instead. That single question can stop you from making another mistake and conceding again. Most Division 1 players aren't winning because they're always better. They're winning because they stay calm when things go wrong. So the next time you concede, don't chase the game. Reset, stay composed, and make the right decision. Tip number 2, know when to take breaks. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your Division 1 push is stop playing. Seriously, take 10 minutes, drink water, stretch, watch a YouTube video, come back refreshed. A clear mind notices spaces better, defends better, and makes smarter decisions. The biggest mistake players make is queuing up for another match immediately after a painful loss. They think, I'll get my points back. Instead, they lose even more. Tip number 3, use super subs at the right time. Super subs can completely change games. Fresh legs against tired defenders can be devastating, but many players wait until the 85th minute. At that point, it's often too late. If you can feel momentum shifting, don't be afraid to make changes earlier. Bring on pace, bring on creativity, bring on energy. One substitution can turn a draw into a win. Use your bench as a weapon. Tip number 4, stay patient during tough matches. Not every match will go your way. You'll hit the post, you'll concede unlucky goals, you'll face opponents who frustrate you. But patience separates Division 1 players from everyone else. Don't abandon your game plan after one setback. Trust your process, stay composed, keep making good decisions. Eventually, consistency wins. Because sometimes the difference between Division 2 and Division 1 isn't skill, it's decision-making under pressure. Extra tips. So, first of all, let's talk about your formation and the type of players you should be using. For your center forwards, you should be using a goal poacher. Goal poachers are the best striker playstyle in the game right now. Then for your AMF, you should be using a hole player, although a creative playmaker works too. For your second striker position, a hole player works really well, a deep lying forward works too. Even another goal poacher can still do the job. Now moving into midfield, I recommend using a box-to-box, an orchestrator and an anchorman. For your CMFs, either a box-to-box or an orchestrator works perfectly fine. For your DMF, most of the time it should be an anchorman. If you don't have an anchorman, then use an orchestrator. But try not to use a box-to-box or a destroyer as your DMF. Stick to either an anchorman or an orchestrator. For your centre-backs, we all know the popular combination, one build-up and one destroyer. But personally, because I usually play quick counter, I prefer using 2 build-up defenders. For my left back and right back, I prefer defensive fullbacks. But let's be honest, defensive fullbacks are pretty rare in the game. So what I do is use attacking fullbacks and then put defensive instructions on them so they don't move forward, they just stay back and defend throughout the game. Secondly, always check your player's form. Before every match, check your player's condition arrows. If a player is on poor form, don't be afraid to bench them. Even top cards can perform badly when their form is down. A player with a lower rating on good form will often outperform a higher rated player on bad form. Thirdly, use individual instructions properly. Individual instructions can completely change how your team performs. I use defensive instructions on both fullbacks so they stay back and defend. Counter target on my strikers so they conserve stamina and stay ready for attacks. Tight marking on dangerous opposition attackers when facing really strong opponents. So that's basically it for all my tips on how to reach Division 1 easily. I hope you understood everything I talked about in this video, and I also hope you learned something that will help improve your game. If you apply these tips consistently, you should start seeing better results and climbing the divisions much faster. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.